At some point, you learn to care, to feel deeply, to take things to heart. That was your first error. Each heartbreak, each betrayal, each insult that shattered you stemmed from this singular mistake. You allowed the world to invade your inner self. Machiavelli didn't. He observed from afar, examining others like a physician examines illness, not with feeling, but with accuracy. He grasped a truth the weak never do. For serenity, you must first eliminate your sensitivity. You must train yourself to be immune to affection, to hatred, to praise, to humiliation. When you're emotionally invisible, no one can harm you. When you dodge the responses others expect, you become unassailable. When your heart remains unreachable and your mind is your sole deity, you become unconquerable. This isn't about being heartless. It's about being liberated. In this video, we'll guide you on how to vanish from emotional bondage and emerge in your ultimate form, a man untouched, one Machiavelli himself would regard with awe. You crave invulnerability. You want a life where betrayal, insult, or loss leave you undisturbed. But first, you must destroy the fantasy that holds you down, the belief that others truly care about you. Most wander through life tragically convinced that by being kind, sincere, and loyal, others will return the favor. That openness will be treated with tenderness. But Machiavelli recognized a more somber truth. People act not from love, but from self-interest. Your worth to them is always conditional, tethered to the benefit you offer. Once your value fades, so does their loyalty. It's not cruelty, it's nature. Accepting this truth sets you free from emotional servitude. Suffering comes from thinking your pain matters to others, from taking every betrayal to heart, every slight as a personal assault. But often these actions speak to what others gain, not you. Machiavelli would advise, most behavior toward you is calculated, not heartfelt. An insult elevates the insulter. Being ignored draws you in. A lie is told when honesty offers no advantage. If you react, anger, offense, heartbreak, you give away power. They identify your vulnerability and learn how to reach you. That's how control works. To be immune, stop offering such access. Don't take things to heart. Don't anticipate fairness or believe people act from morality. Instead, watch, analyze. Ask yourself, what does this person get out of treating me like this? What role do I play in their scheme? Shifting your approach from emotional to tactical marks the start of your might. Yet true invulnerability demands shedding the habits that expose you. Stop over-explaining. Others care for results, not your reasons. Stop seeking sympathy. Most will endure your pain until it's useful for them. Stop exposing your doubts, wounds, guilt. These are not stories for display, but weapons others may twist. Machiavelli would say, defend your inner world as a fortress. Show little, say less, project unreadability. When they see less, they can't attack. This world doesn't reward emotional depth. It rewards restraint. Most are enslaved to their feelings, rising and falling by another's attention and approval. Anchor your value on something unassailable. When you need no validation, when flattery doesn't lift you and criticism doesn't wound you, you become rare, formidable. That is when you enter your genuine freedom. You're not cold, you're serene. You're not numb, you're lucid. And with clarity comes the most crucial power, indifference. Indifference isn't carelessness, it's command. It's choosing when to respond, choosing to walk away from what saps you, choosing to say, you cannot touch me, not anymore. Machiavelli said, it's better to be feared than loved. But beyond that is supremacy, to fear nothing and expect nothing. That's how you become immune, how you silence the world, and nothing will move you. To reach true untouchability, destroy another root of vulnerability, your emotions. Most are governed by what they feel. Though they claim rationality and strength, an insult breaks their composure. A rejection rattles their confidence. Their emotions, not their reason, are in charge. Machiavelli knew that power never comes from being ruled by feeling. Emotion is a weakness, a breach for rivals. If someone provokes your anger, they command your reaction. If they stir your sorrow, they seize your spirit. Guilt, when manipulated, controls your choices. You aren't free if your reactions belong to others. Liberation demands discipline, not deadness. Let your emotions serve you. Don't be their captive. Use charm when helpful, silence when intimidating, rage when instilling fear. But never let emotion erupt beyond your command. Never let anyone learn what moves you, for that is ammunition against you. This world isn't gentle to openness. It prizes composure and mystique. The man who feels everything will be at the mercy of those who feel nothing. Learn to endure discomfort without visible reaction. Hear insults without defense. Experience pain without confession. Many look for someone to unload their hurts onto. That's weakness dressed up as candor. Want strength? Bear your own pain, repair your own turmoil, and reconstruct your mind in private. Public vulnerability offers no honor, only risk. The more you reveal, the easier you are to dismantle. Machiavelli would say, "Move like a fox among wolves. Smile when you must, laugh when it's tactical. Trust no one with your true emotions. Don't let the world see the truth of your feelings. Most don't care, and those who pretend to will exploit it. Don't seek emotional safety from others. Be your own refuge. Validate your feelings yourself, then suppress them until strategically useful. Self-control is a weapon. The less you react, the more fear you inspire, the more silence, the more power. Strength lies in being unreadable. When others know how you'll react, they prepare their moves. But if you stay mysterious, calm when anger is expected, quiet during provocation, cheerful when they anticipate sadness, you rule from the shadows. You win the psychological skirmish, becoming a puzzle they can't solve, robbing them of leverage. Emotional detachment isn't natural. It requires intentional practice. Study your triggers. Who gets to you? What words set you off? What scenarios diminish you? Shatter the pattern. When insulted, stay silent. When disrespected, let them speak to emptiness. If left behind, don't pursue. Say nothing, do nothing, let your quiet roar. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Silence produces speculation, shifts power. And the less you disclose, the more they project, the more they fear. Machiavelli said, "A wise man must appear merciful, faithful, humane, but know how to be the opposite if needed." Emotional authority means showing what's effective and hiding what's genuine. Control everything, because you can't rule the world without mastering yourself. If you wish to be immune, master your environment. Understand people as they are, not as they appear. Most wander in darkness, trusting words, reading faces, mistaking flattery for respect and emotions for truth. Machiavelli saw deeper. He recognized people are driven by ambition, fear, greed, or desperation, smiles, compliments, often calculated. Everyone you meet has motives, friend, ally, partner. Even the kind ones act from self-interest. The naive mistake is thinking, "He wouldn't do that to me," or "She's different." But when someone gains power over you, emotional, financial, social, they reveal their real selves. Trust is dangerous, not because betrayal is uncommon, but because it's standard. If you're shocked by disloyalty, you never understood them. A Machiavellian mind expects, schemes for, and exploits betrayal. Stop judging words and start studying patterns. Don't ask, what's being said? Ask, what's left unsaid? Don't wonder, do they like me? Ask, what do they want? Every compliment hides an agenda. Every applause masks a need. Train your mind thus, and disappointment evaporates. Naivety fades. This isn't paranoia. It's perception. Learn to listen with silence, watch with detachment, because truths dwell in subtleties. People reveal themselves in minor acts, in how they speak of others, treat those beneath them, expose envy when they falter. When you succeed, listen for underlying intentions, detect emotional leverage. When someone says, I care, ask, what do they gain? When someone swears, I'll never leave, question what happens when loyalty falters. The world may shame this mindset. Call it cold, untrusting, bitter. Let them. Their discomfort shows they cannot manipulate you. A mind clear of illusion can't be controlled, and that scares those who thrive on confusion. Machiavellian thinking isn't the rejection of connection. It's the mastery of it, deciding who gains access, who gets nothing. Your trust is granted slowly, lost quickly. Use silence as a test, loyalty as a trap. Offer nothing you can't afford to lose. The one who knows less always loses. Learn more than you reveal, speak less than you think. Let people misjudge you. It breeds carelessness. The world is an arena for the unreadable, the one who never shows all his cards, never exposes strategy, whose life is indecipherable, thoughts unpredictable. That is survival amidst the cunning. You become the enigma, untouchable in Machiavelli's world. If you desire peace, stop trusting appearances. If you seek power, study motives. If you wish to be unaffected, anticipate betrayal. Seeing what's coming ensures you are never wounded. To achieve the ultimate state of detachment, address the deepest vulnerability, emotional dependence. Many unknowingly hinge their self-worth on others, how they're seen, treated, noticed, cherished. When that fades, they collapse, panic, chase, beg. This isn't love, it's addiction. Machiavelli would warn, if you rely on others' affection for your sense of self, you're always subordinate. You betray your essence for approval. Renounce reason for attention. Surrender power for the illusion of belonging. Break this habit. Be someone whose emotional equilibrium doesn't pivot on others' affection, presence, or praise. Build yourself robust enough that company is a bonus, never a necessity. It's hard. It demands ruthless honesty. Ask, who am I without applause, without anyone watching? Most dislike the answer, hence the chase for noise, relationships, attention. Machiavelli's advice, retreat inward. Make your mind your domain, your thoughts, your sanctuary, your standards, your beacon. When your purpose is self-sustained, you become untouchable. Nothing external intrudes. This doesn't mean isolation or indifference. It means your identity is non-negotiable. You don't need love for self-worth, applause to feel accomplished, or company to banish loneliness. Most dread solitude because it exposes a weak foundation. They crave distraction. Silence is the trial. Endure your own company. Don't panic, don't reach, don't falter. That's when you become formidable. This is the core of Machiavellian power. To require nothing, to owe nothing, to feel nothing exploitable. Discipline, routine, fulfillment, all internal. Others are additions, not essentials. Don't outsource happiness. Don't hinge wholeness on someone else. If love is given, accept, not require. If praised, recognize, not pursue. Needing anything is losing control. Desperation is detectable. It invites exploitation. But when you need nothing, You possess all the leverage. Others seek your approval. Machiavelli said, "Always appear as others desire, but conceal your true needs. Better yet, need nothing." Strip dependency. Eliminate habits that breed weakness. Learn solitude not as rejection, but as fortitude. Make your foundation unshakable. Others may come and go, love and hate you, betray and forget. You remain intact. Now you see the path, not just of survival, but of invincibility, to stride through life immune to insults, betrayal, praise, unreadable and unmanipulable. What you're constructing is sovereignty, not mere strength. You cease to be just another face, vying for notice and validation. Now you are a force, silent, immovable, immune to manipulation. And you achieve this not by aggression, but through disciplined control. Control of thought, reaction, need. In a world ruled by emotion, the self-mastered control all. Machiavelli's writings weren't meant for the moral. They were for those who aim to win. And to win, you must see reality as it is, cold, calculated, relentless. Stop wishing it to be gentle. Harness its harshness. Screaming, threatening, over-explaining accomplish little. The strongest man is the silent one. He doesn't need proof. He already knows, already foresees, already commands the outcome. Let others chase chaos, emotion, attention. You remain unmoved, observant, striking only when it counts, quietly and conclusively. A king doesn't argue or react. He decides. He leads. That's who you become. When storms arise, you are calm, cold, certain. The storm itself, not its victim. Being unaffected isn't numbness, it's discernment. Your emotion is reserved for what's worthy. Your decisions are unshaped by fear, guilt, or desire. Your peace is not granted, it's claimed. Some will object, say you've grown cold, indifferent, selfish. Let them. Those are weights you're not obligated to carry. You owe no one your vulnerability. You owe none your tranquility. Your existence isn't for others' security or ease. It's a battlefield, and you are prepared. Every slight ignored, betrayal anticipated, loss suffered in silence. That's how you grow untouchable. By discipline, honesty, and the refusal of emotional slavery. Before the world could exploit your weakness, you destroyed it. That is genuine freedom. Machiavelli noted that fear trumps love. But the true pinnacle is control. Love fades, loyalty wanes, only control endures. Now you hold that power. You're transformed, no longer shattered by chaos, but striding into it, calm and commanding. Nothing wavers you. You are, in fact, the tempest. No one and nothing will ever touch you again.